Hello and welcome to A Cup of Poetry. This week we'll be celebrating Irish poets. If great poems were gold coins, this episode of A Cup of Poetry would be hidden in a pot at the end of the rainbow, surrounded by gloriously green shamrocks. Much of the information about the time period and the poets included in this episode are taken from an essay written by Clinton Wilson. By the end of the 19th century, British occupation led to increased social unrest and a rising support for the fight for political autonomy. An invigorated nationalism and a renewed interest in the Gaelic literary heritage of Ireland prompted an Irish literary renaissance. With Dublin at the center of this revival, poet and dramatist William Butler Yeats established the Abbey Theatre with another playwright, Lady Augusta Gregory. Social and moral issues dominated the stage at the Abbey in the plays of A.E., a.k.a. George Russell, Sean O'Casey, and J.M. Synge, whose work, The Playboy of the Western World, incited riots. At the helm of the Abbey Theatre, Yeats wrote more than 30 plays, but he is best remembered as a visionary poetic alchemist of the highest order. A literary descendant of William Blake and spiritually connected with the mythology of Ireland, Yeats's poems were unrivaled in the 20th century for their technical brilliance and rarefied beauty, and are now recognized as some of the finest poetry ever written in the English language. And now, two poems by William Butler Yeats.
I am Nicole Erazo, the online content manager. I will be reading Two Songs of a Fool. A speckled cat and a tame hare eat at my hearthstone and sleep there, and both look up to me alone, for learning and defense as I look up to Providence. I start out of my sleep to think, someday I may forget their food and drink, or the house door left unshut, the hare may run till it's found the horn's sweet note and the tooth of the hound. I bear a burden that might well try men that do all by rule, and what can I, that am I a wandering-witted fool, but pray to God that he ease my great responsibilities? I slept on my three-legged stool by the fire. The speckled cat slept on my knee. We never thought to inquire where the brown hare might be, and whether the door was shut. Who knows how she drank the wind, stretched up on two legs from the mat, before she had settled her mind to drum with her heel and to leap. Had I but awakened from sleep and called her name she had heard, it may be, and had not stirred, that now it may be, has found the horn's sweet note in the tooth of the hound.
Hello, my name is McDonald and I'm the online design director here at Penguin Books. I'll be reading An Irish Airman, Foresees' Death by William Butler Yeats. Yeats wrote this poem during World War I while Ireland was still under British rule but fighting for its independence at home. So an Irish soldier fighting for the country he wanted his freedom from would feel understandably conflicted. What's interesting about Yeats's Airman, though, is he isn't forced to fight, but does so out of a lonely impulse. So Yeats is getting at the larger issues of an individual fighting in a war rather than simply the historical details. An Irish Airman foresees his death. I know that I shall meet my fate, somewhere among the clouds above. Those that I fight I do not hate, those that I guard I do not love. My country is Kiltartan Cross, my countrymen Kiltartan's poor. No likely end could bring them loss, or leave them happier than before. Nor law nor duty bade me fight, nor public man nor cheering crowds. A lonely impulse of delight drove to this tumult in the clouds. I balanced all, brought all to mind. The years to come seemed a waste of breath the years behind. In balance with this life, this death.
The stages of